All right, my name is Adam Gordon. I'm the United States Attorney here in the Southern District of California. Joining me today are the lead prosecutors on this case, Assistants Joshua Meller and Matthew Sutton, as well as James M. Nunley, the Special Assistant in charge of DEA San Diego, TJ Holland, Acting Special Agent in charge of FBI San Diego Field Office. We have Executive Assistant United States Attorney Victor White, Jason Powell, Assistant Special Agent in charge from IRS Criminal, and Homeland Security Investigations Acting SAC Kevin Murphy, collectively representing the Homeland Security Task Force. So at the end of the statements, we will have an opportunity for questions related to this case, as well as some Spanish language media availability. Sagittario, Chavo Felix, Flaquito, Payo, Valdez Ruiz. They're here. They're charged. They're only the beginning. Less than 300 days ago, these cartel kingpins were free and unafraid. Now, they sit in federal custody in the Southern District of California. When I told them that they were no longer the hunters, they were the hunted, it wasn't a threat. It was a certainty. Foreign terrorist organizations may operate across borders, but justice doesn't stop at them. Recent reports regarding cartel leadership in Mexico underscore simple truth. Criminal organizations built on fear and violence are inherently unstable, but the rule of law endures. Building on these unprecedented successes, today we're announcing a superseding indictment against René Arzate-García, infamously known as Rana, a high-ranking, ultra-violent Sinaloa Cartel lieutenant who has controlled the Tijuana drug corridor for 15 years via force and fear. We are also announcing the State Department is offering up to $5 million each for information related to the arrest and or conviction of Rana and his brother, Alfonso Arzate-García, aka Achilles. This partnership is a credit to President Trump and Attorney General Bondi's vision of the complete eradication of foreign terrorist organizations. So back in 2014, the Arzate-García brothers were charged here in the Southern District of California. Those were drug trafficking offenses and separate indictments and have been fugitives since that time. After that, however, Rana has taken a greater role in the Sinaloa Cartel and is one of the cartel's most prolific drug traffickers and enforcers. The new indictment, unsealed this morning, adds far more serious allegations. Rana is charged with narcoterrorism, material support of terrorism, conducting a continuing criminal enterprise, international conspiracy to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine, fentanyl, marijuana, and money laundering. You're going to hear shortly about specific ways Rana has brutally controlled the Tijuana plazas for the Sinaloa Cartel through intimidation and bloodshed. These charges reflect the devastating harm inflicted on communities on both sides of the border through violence, addiction, and intimidation. As we can all see, the remaining free members of the Sinaloa Cartel have become liabilities to each other. Each knows too much about the other. In that world, betrayal becomes not a question of if, but when. To those cartel leaders who remain at large, here's the question. Who can you trust when you can't trust anyone? When the fear you once used to control others now controls you. Because for those who remain at large, hide, run, fight, flee, the illusion is that you have a choice. The reality is simple. Surrender to justice or you will be brought to justice. What unites us in law enforcement is a belief in the rule of law. and in the inevitability of justice. The rule of law does not blink, and it does not back down. Now you'll hear more about the indictment. AUSA Josh Meller, please come up.
Thank you, Adam. Good morning. This superseding indictment represents the culmination of several years of investigation and updates a 2014 indictment to add narcoterrorism, material support of a foreign terrorist organization, and various drug trafficking and money laundering offenses. The success of this investigation was the result of the dedication and collaboration of the FBI, DEA, HSI, and the IRS. The superseding indictment demonstrates that the United States government will relentlessly pursue the leadership of any foreign terrorist organization. According to court documents, René Arzate-García, also known as Rana, is a hyper-violent Sinaloa Cartel lieutenant who, along with his brother, Alfonso Arzate-García, have brutally controlled the Tijuana plaza for the Mayos and Bada faction of the Sinaloa Cartel. For 15 years, through murder, kidnapping, extortion, and corruption, René Arzate-García has imported thousands of kilograms of methamphetamine, cocaine, fentanyl, and marijuana into the United States. And he has laundered hundreds of millions of dollars in drug proceeds. The court documents also show that René Arzate-García uses paramilitary fighters to patrol and control territory in Baja California and Mazatlan. His group also uses drones to conduct surveillance and equips those drones with explosives to combat his rivals. The evidence also shows that his group has an extensive collection of military-grade and high-powered firearms and weapons, including assault weapons and grenade launchers. René Arzate-García also manages a sophisticated network of money laundering that uses cryptocurrency, casa de cambios, funnel accounts, and businesses to launder his illicit proceeds. The court documents also show that René Arzate-García has engaged in terrorist activity to support the Sinaloa Cartel, a designated foreign terrorist organization. René Arzate-García knows the Sinaloa Cartel is a designated foreign terrorist organization, but he still traffics massive quantities of drugs on their behalf. He also provides money, weapons, support, and personnel to the cartel. Court documents also include that René Arzate-García has been a key contributor in the ongoing bloody conflict between the Los Maitos faction and the Los Chapitos factions of the Sinaloa Cartel. René Arzate-García has provided fighters, weapons, and money during the conflict. He has also engaged in violent confrontations with the Los Chapitos faction and has leveraged that conflict to take additional territory within Baja California and Sinaloa. This superseding indictment shines a light on his terrorist activity and is a major step in eliminating the Sinaloa Cartel. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh. At this point, I'd like to introduce James Nunley, Special Agent in Charge, DEA.
Good morning. My name is James Nunley. I'm the Special Agent in Charge of the Drug Enforcement Administration in San Diego. René Arzate-García's days as a narco-terrorist are numbered. His days as a plaza boss for the Sinaloa Cartel, controlling the drug trafficking routes from Baja California, Tijuana, into Southern California, as well as money laundering and providing material support to a terrorist organization, are numbered. As alleged, Arzate-García helped perpetuate a global pipeline of addiction, violence, and death. These are not victimless crimes. Illegal drugs destroy families, fracture neighborhoods, erode trust, and foster corruption. Entire communities suffer the consequences while criminal organizations profit from pain and fear. The charges outlined today demonstrate the devastating impact cartel leadership has on both sides of the border. The poison pumped into our country, the violence that comes from drug trafficking, and the devastation to our communities has prompted the United States government to offer a reward of up to $5 million. The DEA, alongside our domestic and international partners, will not stop until we root out those who poison our citizens and threaten our public safety. Let me be clear. Drug trafficking organizations may operate through global networks, but they are not beyond the reach of justice. We will pursue them where they operate, dismantle their organizations, and hold them accountable. No cartel boss is untouchable. No distance will shield them, and no amount of intimidation will deter us from our mission. Y a la comunidad hispana, hoy se le hace saber la acusación contra el narcoterrorista René Arzate-García, alias La Rana. Según la declaración, Arzate es un miembro de alto rango del cartel de Sinaloa y junto con su hermano Alfonso Arzate-García controlan actividades ilícitas en Baja California y Tijuana. Los Arzates controlan la mayoría de drogas que entran a los Estados Unidos de por Baja California y Tijuana. Solo en el último año, la DEA confiscó más de 12,000 dosis mortales de fentanilo en San Diego, con la capacidad de matar cada persona en San Diego 4 veces. Esto es por avaricia y por poder, sin pensar en cuántas personas mueren. Ningún jefe del cartel es intocable. Ninguna distancia los protegerá. Y ninguna intimidación nos va a impedir cumplir nuestra misión. Gracias y que Dios le bendiga.
Thank you very much, James. This time I'd like to invite up Acting FBI Special Agent in Charge, T.J. Holland.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. I'm T.J. Holland, the Acting Special Agent in Charge of the FBI's San Diego Field Office. I'd like to start by acknowledging our partners in this case that are represented here today. Investigations like this take a team effort, and all of our agencies working together. I'm confident that by working together, we'll be able to hold these criminals accountable and keep our communities safer. It's a top priority for the FBI to identify, dismantle, and eliminate foreign terrorist organizations, including the Sinaloa Cartel. These cartels are sophisticated, multi-layered organizations. They use violence to control our neighborhoods and engage in illegal money-making activities. The FBI and our law enforcement partners will tackle this threat together at every level, from the local street gangs all the way up to the cartel leadership. We will use every available resource to stop them. In this case, FBI San Diego began by looking into the leadership of the Mayo Zambada faction of the Sinaloa Cartel, specifically René Arzate-García. René and his brother Alfonso control most of the Tijuana plaza. They began to issue bounties for the murder of rival gang members and cartel members. And that violence ultimately spilled over into San Diego and our communities. To confront these threats successfully, we'll continue to work closely with our federal, state, and local law enforcement partners. Today's increased reward by the State Department Narcotics Rewards Program is a significant step forward in bringing René and his brother to justice. With a $5 million reward on each brother, the FBI stands ready to follow every lead we receive. We ask anyone with any information related to this or any case into the Sinaloa Cartel to contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-225-5324. You can also submit a tip online, even anonymously, through tips.fbi.gov. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the many people keeping this case alive and helping to bring justice for the American people. First, the State Department and Senior Bureau Chief Chris Lamberg for the additional reward. I'd also like to thank our partners at the U.S. Attorney's Office, U.S. Attorney Gordon, as well as Josh Meller and Matt Sutton. Also, thank you to our federal law enforcement partners, the DEA, the IRS, HSI, as well as HIDA. I'd also like to acknowledge the FBI San Diego's transnational organized crime squads. They're the ones who have the unwavering dedication to continue to combat this threat. This influx of violence and drugs is a plague on our communities, and they are committed to continuing to pursue those responsible. I would also especially like to thank the public, because through your cooperation is how we can best capture these individuals responsible for these crimes. You're the true multiplier for law enforcement, the media, and the public. And with your help, and with this increased reward, we're confident that this superseding indictment and the rewards will lead to their capture and arrest. We look forward to holding them both accountable for the crimes and violence and chaos that they have spread throughout communities both here and internationally. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, before I turn it over to Victor, I'm going to have Josh come up and describe some photographs that will be publicly available. There will be a PowerPoint that will be distributed to you. You'll all have the opportunity to have these photos in electronic format. So Josh, come on up. We can make a little room there.
I'm going to show you a series of photographs that were collected during this investigation. This is only a small collection of photographs, but it shows the scope of Mr. René Arzate-García's criminal activities. This first photo, and you'll see it also over here, this was a stash of firearms and drugs in a house in San Diego. As you see, there's multiple high-powered rifles and gold-plated firearms that are on the table, along with packages of drugs, and Santa Muerte over there in the corner. This was an online social media post, and this was a group of people in Baja California that were celebrating René Arzate-García and how he's the leader of the Tijuana plaza. As you see, both like the frog emoji and the Pura Gente de Jefe René, these people were celebrating René Arzate-García. Here's a seizure of methamphetamine and fentanyl in San Diego. It was seized here at the port. Another seizure of methamphetamine and fentanyl by the DEA. Again, large sums of fentanyl, methamphetamine, and cocaine were seized. And finally, at the Otay Mesa Port of Entry, a seizure of methamphetamine that was contained in some packages that were in a tractor trailer. Next, here's a series of military-grade and high-powered weapons associated with René Arzate-García. You see the 50 caliber, the drums, and the assault rifles. This is also an online social media post celebrating the Cartel de la Rana, and as you see, a rocket launcher there on the couch, along with two high-powered rifles. This is also a military-grade rifle, the photograph that was seized during the collection of this investigation. Again, another social media post celebrating René Arzate-García and the firepower that they have. You have ballistics vests over here on the right-hand side, helmets, and a series of AK-47s. This is paramilitary fighters associated with René Arzate-García. The person, as you see in the red circle here, is Fuerzas Especiales General. That's one of René Arzate-García's, his nicknames is the General or General. And then you see the frog emoji with the cowboy hat, which is Mayo Zambada. So it's, again, showing that they have the paramilitary fighters and who they are associated with. More paramilitary fighters associated with René Arzate-García. And again, their faces are blacked out. And then if you look closely, you'll see the frog emoji on their ballistic vest. This is a video that was captured that they're doing training with drones. And so here, this is a still from a video where they're equipping a drone with an explosive. The next is the person associated with a cartel watching that explosive drop to the ground and create a crater when it explodes on the ground. So this is some training that they're using drones with explosives. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Josh. All right, Victor.
Buenos días. Soy Víctor White, fiscal federal ejecutivo. Como acaba de mencionar el fiscal federal del Distrito Sur de California, Adam Gordon, hace menos de 300 días, los siguientes cabecillas del cartel andaban libres y sin temor. Hoy se encuentran en custodia federal en el Distrito Sur de California, imputados por haber cometido delitos federales. Sagitario, Chavo Félix, Flaquito, Payo, Valdés Ruiz. Y ellos son solo el principio. Organizaciones terroristas extranjeras operan a través de fronteras, pero la justicia no se detiene en ninguna frontera. Recientes informes sobre el liderazgo de los carteles en México subrayan una sencilla verdad: la inestabilidad de las organizaciones criminales construidas sobre el miedo y la violencia. Los individuos pueden ascender y caer, pero el Estado de Derecho perdura. Sobre la base de estos éxitos sin precedentes, hoy anunciamos una imputación de cargos federales sustitutiva contra René Arzate-García, conocido como la Rana, un lugarteniente de alto rango y ultraviolento del cartel de Sinaloa, que ha controlado el corredor de drogas de Tijuana por los 15 años mediante el terror y la violencia. También anunciamos que el Departamento de Estado está ofreciendo hasta $5 millones por información que conduzca al arresto y o condena de la Rana o de su hermano Alfonso Arzate-García, alias Aquiles. Esta colaboración es un logro de la visión del presidente Trump y de la fiscal general Bondi de erradicar por completo a las organizaciones terroristas extranjeras. Desde el 2014, los hermanos Arzate-García se encuentran prófugos tras ser acusados por delitos de narcotráfico en este distrito. A partir de entonces, la Rana asumió un papel aún mayor dentro del cartel de Sinaloa y se ha convertido en uno de sus más activos narcotraficantes y operadores del brazo armado. La nueva imputación hecha pública esta mañana incorpora cargos mucho más graves. La Rana está imputado por narcoterrorismo, por proporcionar apoyo material al terrorismo, por dirigir una empresa criminal continuada, por conspiración internacional para distribuir metanfetamina, cocaína, fentanilo y marihuana, y por lavado de dinero. La Rana ha ejercido un control brutal sobre la plaza de Tijuana para el cartel de Sinaloa, sembrando el terror y derramando sangre. Los cargos imputados reflejan el daño devastador que ha causado a comunidades a ambos lados de la frontera. Además de estas tácticas brutales, es responsable de importar miles de kilos de metanfetamina, cocaína, fentanilo y marihuana al Distrito Sur de California y de lavar millones de dólares provenientes del tráfico de estas drogas. Estas imputaciones se suman a la histórica trayectoria del Distrito Sur de California en el desmantelamiento de cúpulas y operaciones de poderosos carteles mexicanos, desde la desarticulación de los Arellano Félix hasta importantes golpes contra los carteles de los más peligrosos, poderosos y violentos de la actualidad. Lo que nos une en las fuerzas del orden público es la convicción de que la justicia y que impera el Estado de Derecho. Hoy reafirmamos ese compromiso. El Estado de Derecho no vacila, no claudica, perdura. Expresamos un agradecimiento especial a nuestros socios de las agencias federales que nos acompañan el día de hoy, así como a los agentes de las diversas entidades que trabajan incansablemente, día tras día, en la lucha contra los narcotraficantes. Gracias.
Thank you, Victor. All right, we will have Spanish and English language availability for questions with individual panelists after this, but I'll take a couple general questions for the group if anybody has any questions at this point. Ma'am.
Yes.
Sure.
First of all, do you believe the La Rana and Aquiles are in Tijuana?
We're not going to speculate in terms of where they are physically. Obviously, they have a long tradition of being in the Tijuana corridor, so that's really all we'll say.
And how is the collaboration with Mexico to try to get them?
Sure. I would make it a broader comment about the collaboration that's occurring with Mexico right now. Attorney General Bondi has highlighted that collaboration that's occurring, so I can speak to it more generally as she has.
I have one question, sorry.
No.
So I see that they are charging them as narcoterrorists, which is like a new thing that is happening right
Sure.
now. Can you tell me when you get them, what is going to happen? They're going to have like bigger charges. Can you explain to us what is involved with these kind of charges?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So narcoterrorism is a relatively new charge in the cartel space based on the foreign terrorist organization, designation that occurred in January and February of last year. So prior to that, narcoterrorism charges weren't occurring. And so our district was actually the first district to charge anybody with narcoterrorism material support against high-level Sinaloa targets. That's Sagittario. So you got the guys up on the poster, right? So that has enhanced charges and obviously a significant deterrent effect.
So Sagittario and the guys that they already get them, they will have like more years in jail and bigger like...
Exactly. More exposure is the way we talk about it in the criminal side of the house. Okay. Ma'am.
There's a new action with this reward for René Arzate-García. It's related to the capture and death of a mentor.
So these are unrelated. Obviously, we have CJ&G versus Sinaloa. So these efforts are targeted on Sinaloa, and you'll see those 5 folks up there. Those are Sinaloa kingpins that we've had now in the Southern District. Ma'am?
Can you give any specific examples, drug trafficking and everything, of how cartel violence has spilled over to the U.S. side, anything specific in Southern District, San Diego, that kind of you have anything violent all over it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not going to talk about this case in particular because Josh and the guys know this case better, but what I would highlight, so we had 2 recent change of pleas as to Sinaloa and Westside Wilma gang members who actually were hired to do a hit here in San Diego. So we have those press releases and they're available online. But the moral of the story is that the Sinaloa Cartel, through a Mexican mafia member, then basically outsourced to a Los Angeles gang to have a cartel hit in San Diego, all of which was actually part of a plea agreement. So unfortunately, the violence spills into San Diego often in a way that we need to be proactive in protecting our district.
Further reiterating Marnie's question. So if these guys get caught, what kind of prison time, what kind of
Sure.
What's in their future?
I mean, so it's difficult because it's case by case, right? So the maximum exposure on all of these charges is life. Not all the charges, but the largest charges. Ma'am.
You were saying that René Arzate has been the leader of the Cartel de Sinaloa in Tijuana for 15 years. How do you explain that he's been able to stay that long? As we know that cartels in Tijuana are especially violent and they're
Sure.
always trying to, obtain the power by eliminating their rivals. So what do you see in this case that has helped him stay this long? And if you really believe that you're going to be able to catch him after 50 years that he's been free?
No, that's a great question. So as we were talking about violence and intimidation, right? So that's how the Rana has been spectacularly successful. And so we needed a concerted effort to make sure that we addressed the actual conduct he was engaging in. And that hyper-violence and that drug trafficking needed a coordinated response, hence all the folks up here. Okay, I'm going to call it at this point, but we'll have all these individuals available for separate either Spanish or English comment. Okay, thank you, Tim.
Oh yes, I have more actually. Yes, we need both. Yes.
We got it.